So I'm out here working on the yard, or about to. I did a little bit earlier than I had an appointment at 11:30. So I just wanted to let you guys know how to. I'm sitting on top of the car here. I wanted to let you guys know how to um, re-up the wire in a weed whacker. And I think this is important because it's so simple. And there's a lot of other women that are probably, independent women like myself, and maybe other folks as well that could benefit from this. So I'm gonna get to it. Give me just a moment to set everything up, so that you can see. And the wire just dropped. So hello. So you can get this wire. The thickness of it and the color of it doesn't really matter. The color usually indicates how thick the wire is, depending on what you're cutting. If you have like really thick underbrush and that type of thing, you'll want a thicker wire. It's called a wire, but it's not metal. It's just like really hard plastic is what it is, and it does a really, really good job. Um, and you can usually get it from Walmart pretty cheap, or if you want to stay at home and order it, it's pretty cheap anywhere. I forgot how much it costs, probably like $3, 3 to 5, something like that. Not much at all. So what you want to do, you can get it as long as the length that you want. This is a portion of a really bigger bundle, and excuse me, I have to get some water. I'll be right back. All right, so yeah, so the portion that I showed you is just a part of a bigger bundle. If you don't want to have to keep going back, you can do as much as you like. And I'll show you from the port of even everything that I have is from Walmart. I had it for quite some time now. But, and this is impromptu, so I'm just trying to get comfortable here. So, okay, this is the weed trimmer. I got this from Walmart, I think like $13. It's electric. For me as a female, it works a lot better because when you find yourself with gas ones, it has to be filled with gas. You have to keep refilling the gas, not to mention the fumes, not to mention the hazard, not to mention the additional weight that the gas is going to carry. So this, I don't remember how much I paid for it. It was cheap. I think you can get these anywhere in Walmart, like $13, probably 13 to 30, depending on the quality. This is really good. I have a pretty big size front yard and a huge backyard, and I can do whatever I want pretty much with this. And I told you the thickness of the wire gauges how rough of underbrush or whatever it is, if you're doing that you can cut. I just use mine for grass and weeds, like thin weeds, and so that's a pretty good thickness for me. Now I'm just going to put this all back together so I can show you guys how to take it off and everything. Just a fun fact, not really fun because I don't like to hurt things, but the smell, if you like the smell of fresh cut grass, the grass actually screams. We can't hear it with our human ears. The grass actually screams when it's being cut, and the smell that you smell of cut grass is like the grass's distress or whatever. But it makes sense because if we bleed, it's gonna smell like blood. But hey, but anyhow, so this is the weed cutter. Okay, just to let you know, if you're going to use it, and the electric one again is what I recommend. Again, you don't have to keep filling it up, and the cord is pretty short, so you're gonna have to have, depending on how large your yard is, a couple of extension cords or something. And I'll show you how to knot the cord too for safety, so it doesn't get annoying and it keeps unraveling on itself. So what you want to do is flip it over. This is the bottom, and of course it's been used, so that's why it looks like that. What you're looking for on the bottom, and this is a guard cover. When you get it, I don't think it's put together, but it's very easy. You just snap it into place. The bottom here, this is where the wire, the plastic wire, trimmer wire, is housed. You're gonna look for indentations on the side. There should be one on each opposing side. You're just gonna take it, hold it together, push it in like you would like a child-proof Tylenol bottle. I need to get closer to it so I can see. And you see the holes is where the wire is going to come through, and I'll show you guys in a minute that as well. But anyways, push it together and like you would a child's medicine bottle, and it just pulls right off. Inside is the actual spool where the wire goes, and you're just gonna, there's 2 indentations there, you're just gonna pull that right out. Okay, so pretty simple there. And then for the wire, whatever portion of the wire that you cut, you're going to take it, and the idea is that the 2 cut ends, you want them to be together at the end. So you're going to pull this until you get the 2 ends in your hand. Alright, so yep, and when you have the 2 ends in your hand, you're just going to work your way back to the beginning part of that, which will form that little loop that I'm talking about. And the longer it is, sometimes it's a little bit harder, but you can figure out how to make it so that they are even if you got to keep doing it, you know. So now that you have this loop in hand, you're going to take the spool. If you look closely at the spool, you'll see where there's arrows showing you the direction it should go. And then you'll also notice on the inside there's little, the middle layer of it is where you would loop it. So what you want to do is you want to make it so that you can roll the wire in the direction that the arrows are going. So I'm going to put this little wire right here and kind of hook it. Get a little closer so it'll stay tight. So we'll hook it right there, see? And then I'm just going to roll it in the direction that it goes. You want to pull it really tight and do it all the way to the end. Just a little update on my little cabbage plants and everything in the back. They were doing really good. I mean, they're actually huge. There's been a lot of rain lately, so I haven't been back there. This would be week 3, and it definitely is time to plant them. But I'm finding that I really don't have time to do any of that stuff. So more than likely it's going to sit there to the point where the bugs eat them. Bugs eat them all, which is kind of what's happening now. You see all the leaves and stuff in there. The lettuce is going pretty good too. I haven't started the garlic and the onion, which I was going to do. You want to pull this real tight once again, and we're doing this all the way till we get to the end. So yeah, but it's really easy, so I would definitely recommend it. There's a lot of things that I can plant. All of us can plant from our scrap vegetables, and especially if you're single and you're independent, definitely worth it, you know, to be able to, you know, just, you know, produce and do things on your own. Definitely. One thing that I did want to mention, you know, with the climate of the world today and people, I don't get involved in all this race stuff and all that. I see it going on, but I don't get involved in it because, you know, at this age, I just want to stay to myself and be left alone. But I'm going to say this. I was scrolling as I was working on stuff, and, you know, I multitask through TikTok, and there was a video where somebody, you know, people are irresponsible, and I'm gonna say this on both ends, and that's why I don't go all in and identify with anything in particular. You know, there was this woman, and I followed her just because she had some content that was interesting, just basically reposts and things like that. And she posted this video, and I'm not into politics at all, but she posted this video of Biden, right? And he was talking about hoods and, you know, by any means necessary. And she only posted a portion of it. So, and he was like, to enforce by hoods, by guns, by any means necessary. And I'm just like, is this going with the current world today? Which a lot of people were wondering, because, you know, with everything that's going on in the world, you know, who knows? The world is literally just, it's just all been crazy, right? And it was just so out of context because everybody was asking her for the first portion. This is a black woman, okay? Now, she was doing this for views, because basically it kept everybody on suspense, so they'll keep going back to her page trying to find the second part. And so there were so many people asking, because I want to know, what is this in regards to? Is it in regards to the vaccine? I mean, what is this all about? And people were making comments based on what she said, and they didn't know what was going on either. But then another female, being smart, she just looked up the information herself and um, found the whole thing, and it had nothing to do with him making. And people were bashing him because of how she presented it. Because it made it sound like he was saying that, we're going to make this new law or whatever it is, and we're going to enforce it by any means necessary, by hanging, by noose, by hoods, and you saw all the comments that people were saying in regards to that, and she didn't come up to say anything. So regardless of the race of this man, Biden, I'm not into politics, so none of that stuff matters to me. I have the same feeling. There was a girl that posted a long time ago that says when they were doing the big election thing. Oh, I didn't finish telling y'all. So then when you get to the very end of it, what you're going to do, there's two little prongs here, and you're just going to click them in there. Okay? One for each of the sides here, right? So you're going to click them both in there. And that's pretty much it, right? For that part. So now we got part 2, which is the spool done. Then this, you see the little hole that goes here, you can just sit that right on top and place that right in. But what you want to do is kind of line it up so you see the holes that are there. You see the holes that are there on the sides. You want to kind of line it up so that each of the little side things will go into the holes, right? So you're going to put it in, but you're going to kind of lead with putting the wire into the hole from the inside. I hope you guys can see, because I'm outside. I can't really see what y'all are seeing. But that's what I would recommend. Just putting one of the little wires in the hole here, and then kind of pulling it so that the spool will kind of sit on top. And in the same note, go to the other side and put the wire in that hole as well. And you might have to pull it out a little bit to do it, but you'll figure it out, kind of what's easiest for you. And then once you get the wire in both sides, then you can push down. You can't see. Once you get the wire in both sides, then you can push that down in there. See? Easy. And you don't want it too long. You don't want it so long that it comes past the guard, because then really you're just whacking up against this and causing you to have to replace this or change it out sooner, which is just annoying. And then you just pop this back on. There's little indentations on each side where that just kind of fits in place, and you just pop it back on. So yeah, just to finish that story, because I started it. Yeah, so basically what this woman was saying, what this woman presented, she presented it as if he was saying that there's something new that's being enacted, and that basically, they're willing to enforce it by noose, by hanging, just all kinds of stuff, hood, and all that. But it was taken completely out of context. People asked about it. People that didn't ask about it and just took the way she was presenting it as what it was, were saying, yeah, saying all these things, bashing this man. Now, again, like I said, I'm not into politics. I don't subscribe to any one thing. I'm not altruistic to anyone, to any categories or anything like that, because people get into that, because all of it's BS. All of it is. So a girl, like I said, went through, she researched it, and she found, the original. And basically he was talking about back in the old days, and actually he was being supportive of black people, and so that's why I say there's a saying, believe only half of what you see and none of what you hear. It's really true, because first of all, and we were taught analytical thinking when I was younger, and I don't know what's wrong with folks, but when you look at something and you have an opinion about something, ask yourself, what are 3 reasons? How is this being presented? What are 3 reasons that it's being presented this way? Who's presenting it, and what do they gain from it being? But she gained trying to get views, but what do they gain from it being presented this way? And then what is the other side of the story? Can you get the facts? Can you see what's going on? But like I said, in my old age, I'm whatever. I'm so done. it's just don't believe everything you see and hear. Believe only half of what you see, none of what you hear. And really, the bottom line is just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your life. Make the best of what you got going on in your life. Appreciate the good things in your life. If there are opportunities and challenges in your life, gladly run up to them and meet them. You know, that's all I got to say. But anyhow, that's how you put the wire in a trimmer. Oh, I said I was going to show y'all how to knot this. So you can do it anyway. This is not the perfect way. But really what I would do, again, just so this doesn't keep falling apart while you're trying to trim and stuff like that, is I usually wrap this cord, one of the cords around the other really good. And then I'll take the top cord and I'll run it back through the loop, you know, just basically making some kind of knot so that it doesn't fall apart. Is all it really is. And then connect them all together. But anyways, peace out. I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm glad I didn't do it live, because if I did, I would probably, I don't know why I always privatize my live, because people get in, they say stuff and they come on nerves. But yeah, but anyways, I hope you're having a good Friday, June the 24th. And be blessed. That's all I can say. Not even be blessed, just be whatever you want to be and enjoy it. Shit. Peace out.